to try and find another game, but I'll be quite honest with you with the timings of everything. It's very hard not to follow the same team when they're 2 games and we are covering 2 rounds, because I mean we see some people already halfway in the game and it's just hassle after hassle. Instead, we'll bring you Dignitas. We do have Dignitas up against EPiCON. EPiCON, there's been a lot of people saying these guys cheat. I mean, I'm not going to go pointing fingers, but everyone's saying that there have been some, accusations made about this team. But still, we do have the EPiCON side up against Dignitas. Dignitas still the favourites nonetheless. Just waiting on, I believe it is, yep, we are just waiting on the production to ready up, and we will be all yours. All right then. And there we do see the ready up going on. Right then, for those of you that have just joined, obviously I am Machine, and this is KLCV bringing you another stream from the Corsair Vengeance Cup. All right then, I'm going to pick it up the round. Actually, it's worth noticing that we do have Fantasy with SMG this game. I believe Dignitas are going to be playing the kind of 2 scopes playing, like varying on different maps. So this time we see Fantasy with SMG, Blackmane with scope. Something I'm much more comfortable with, I'll be quite honest with you. I do, if I was to set the lineup in stone, I would suggest that Blackmane as scope and SMG in the hands of Fantasy is a much stronger lineup. As once again we do see Mark picking up 2 M14 frags. M14 definitely wasn't stopping him as we see the round straight away going to Dignitas. Right then, we're just seeing someone random join and leave. There we go, we are back and ready to rumble. I'm going to pick it up with Breakful. Well aware of the power of these nades on backline. He's waiting the full-on fear in his eyes as he does finally start to make his way towards the A side. 2 quick frags for EPiCON. Delroot and Koa going down. Breakful does spot 1 going into front A. Oh, and Blackmane with 2 frags in quick succession from that Ruins area. Fantasy with a lovely wallbang onto Breakful as he made his way towards that mid-house. Now suddenly becomes a 2v2. What started off so well for EPiCON is suddenly looking a lot weaker as Fantasy gets a second on that A side. But this time going down. The double B for EPiCON. And now all on Shears. Shears does take down Blackmane though, bring it to 1v1. Fantasy does catch a glimpse of him mid-house and takes him down to bring 3 frags and the round to Dignitas. Let's go with Fantasy now. The man himself, he is top fragging at the moment with his SMG. In fact, he has done nothing but top frag since I've been streaming him with the Dignitas name. Nonetheless, we do see his nade on that B side and smoke. Looks to be going very fast. No nades from EPiCON to stop him. This is very low resistance on that B side. Does actually spot one just on that bin. Going to take him down. It is Nissan. Scope down now for EPiCON. It's not too much of a hamper on backlot, especially as we do see Buddha as well taking him down. Heavily flashed. And quickly, suddenly, as the flash cleared, did get big AK firing his way. Now suddenly 2v1. Delru, last man standing for Dignitas. They're making their way towards the A side nonetheless though. Buddha with the bomb on bricks. Actually, looks to have changed his mind. Does it look to be making his way towards B? A wise decision, I would suggest. Delru has seen this rotate occurring though, well aware there is a player just below him. Going to take him down. Breakful falls. And now suddenly becomes a 1v1. Buddha, not sure whether his rotate's been spotted. Delru, very, very much aware of this though, as he's about to come around that corner. Delru and Buddha now locked in combat. Suddenly becomes a very slow 1v1. 40 seconds are on the clock. Buddha's the man who's going to have to do the moving. Delru just going to take a nice mid-ground, well aware, so we can hear both plants going on and stop them. Actually, Buddha has heard that plant. Oh, and he is going to come around that corner and take him down. Nice play from Buddha. 3 frags for him that round, and that is 2-1. Buddha actually way over from the States with that amazing 110 ping, but not stopping him as he is top fragging for EPiCON at the moment. As always, we do see those smokes. So many smokes. In fact, I'd say about 4 smokes for EPiCON, all just scattering around that map, trying to disable Blackmane in that Ruins area. Let's go with him out and see how he can pick through those smokes. They've had a clear view on towards that L-bend though. Delru, the man to draw first blood, as does Mark onto Nissan. Shiz responding with a nice nade into Ruins, just completely stopping Blackmane. First the smokes and then the nade, as Fantasy gets 2 frags in quick succession on that L-bend. Looking to now follow that up with a frag to Buddha. Buddha, the last man standing, as he does go down. Koa, the man to wrap up the round, and 1-3 is your scoreline. Dignitas off to a flying start. Only 1 round from EPiCON so far. Going to be on the hunt for more now. Let's go with Imperial for EPiCON. Makes his way fast towards A. Actually looking to get... Oh, he hasn't actually been taken down by a nade. That is a big fault on Dignitas' part. as he does get limited access to that A site. Now we're taking down Koa. This is really looking good for the EPiCON side. No players from Dignitas in A. Just need to get that bomb there. This is all on Buddha. Buddha, get your body to A, you slow young man. This should be there around, but Blackmane just taking advantage of that slow push, which is just crippling EPiCON's attack right now. As Delru as well does catch a glimpse of one on that track. I hope that's not Buddha. Oh, it is. And the Buddha, that is all on you, young man. Oh, Buddha. Delru has got the second frag as well onto Nissan, and this is awkward. That round should not have gone to Dignitas. Does though. Nice teamwork from Blackmane and Delru nonetheless. But really, that A side was wide open. And it's 4-1 now. 9 frags for Fantasy. Let's go with him, as he is really just pulling away on the score sheets every single time. Playing very cautious. Doesn't want to get taken down by those nades, especially as they come so staggered from EPiCON. We see those 2 late nades in the middle do come out as Dignitas pick up 3 frags, none for EPiCON so far. Buddha and Shiz, last 2 men standing as Mark comes to try and get the second. Doesn't, as Buddha takes him down, as he does get the frag onto Fantasy as well. Blackmane onto Shiz though. Now, Buddha up against 3 Dignitas players. He is way over in spawn. And it becomes 5-1. Koa mopping it up with the AK. So far, we just have a quick kind of like review of the attack that EPiCON are providing onto the Dignitas side. We're just seeing kind of Nissan with that scope go into the B side every time. I mean, the SMGs that do push B are well aware of it. In fact, now was probably the wrong time to say, as we do look to be seeing a full-on B push from EPiCON. Imperial and Fantasy about to have an exchange. Not needed, as he does get naded by his teammate. Blackmane not going to be happy with that one. Nissan on the push to the enemy scope. Blackmane well and truly ready for that though. Does land the frag onto Nissan, getting that flash out as well. Shiz and Fantasy exchanging mid. Shiz doesn't want to risk it and push out. Delru is backing up his teammate. Double SMGs do manage to take him down. You see Breakful as well. Fantasy finally getting taken down. Managed to play that yellow card for a little bit too long, in my opinion, before EPiCON finally did bring him down though. Still, we see a 2v2 emerge from the fray on that B side. Buddha once again with that bomb. Tin and Ruins are the 2 remaining players. Breakful carefully making his way from that Ruins. Koa none the wiser really, just checking any sort of push towards that A site. Does actually catch a glimpse of one on top Ruins. Blackmane's the man to take him down. And now all on Breakful. Breakful does catch a glimpse of one, trying to get the second as well. Blackmane goes down now, 1v1. And Koa with his golden AK shining in the backlot sun. Knows he just needs to stop that plant from Breakful. Breakful not far from that bomb, but he does have to get up into top Ruins, which is just horrific asset, especially when an AK does come around that corner and take him down. Koa not going to be happy with that one. 3 frags from Breakful that round. Lovely play from him, and that brings it to 2-5. All right, then I want to pick it up with Nissan now for EPiCON. Once again, making his way towards that B site. Very, very consistent play from him. As no, wow, manages to get past every single one of Dignitas' nades. The only nade actually was Blackmane, and he caught that beautifully. Runs to that near that Ruins area once again. Doesn't see one on top A. Struggles to take him down as EPiCON are losing numbers fast. Nissan bringing it back though. Takes down Koa on top A. Looking to get the second on that bottom tin. Doesn't. As Imperial goes down to that shotgun of Mark. 3v2 now. Quickly. Buddha is in a little bit of sticky situation. Does get taken down by that shotgun. 4 frags from Mark that round. I didn't even see these happening. This guy's absolutely just stealthed his way in through the EPiCON side and destroyed with that demolitions class. Nissan though with a lovely nose come on to Fantasy. Fantasy not happy with that one. Delru mops it up to bring it to 6-2 though. And wow, just an orchestra of demolitions frags from Mark that round. Did not see that happening. So, see if he's still got that shotgun. They should go with him. Let's get his nade onto that mid area. Trying to bait out Blackmane. This is not... There it is. Oh dear. These teammates obviously don't feel the need to take this too particularly seriously. EPiCON does go down to Delru as well. Nissan and Buddha all on that mid area. Finally Delru goes down after absolutely decimating that mid side. And once again we see a 2v2 emerge. This is where Dignitas kind of tend to concentrate just that little bit more. Koa on girders. Blackmane, last man standing. Where is he? He is way over on that Ruins area. Just trying stop that A plant. I don't know where to him though. Buddha is just coming up behind him with the bomb. Blackman goes down. And Buddha and Breakful, the double B, top fragging at the moment. Those two holding hands on the top of the scoreboard. With Dignitas though, we do see a very nice even spread. The only man really falling behind is Koa. Let's see if we can give him a commentator's non-curse as he does ping out. Absolute excellent. That is classic commentator curse there. We do manage to cause Koa indeed 2 timeout. But he does land a nade frag nonetheless. I'm going to say we gave him that. I'm going to say he wouldn't have gotten that if we weren't watching him. Still, 4v4, quite slow round emerging as we do see majority of EPiCON once again making their way towards B. I think they've kind of found this does work a little bit more. The only man to stop him is Blackmane at the moment. Blackmane in ruins, heavily tagged from Imperial. Shiz on the push as well. Blackmane retreating to the safety of the B bomb. Actually making his way over to Laundry, gonna get his washing on the go as he does wait for the push to occur. 3v3, still the numbers very slowly going down. Nissan with 2 quick frags, Delru and Blackmane both receiving an AK to the chest. And suddenly Fantasy in a bit of a sticky sitch. He actually is near the B bomb site, and that smoke should help his cross. Now this is suddenly becoming just that little bit more likely. Fantasy getting himself into an easy position. All 3 red dots on their way towards him. Does catch a glimpse of one. Oh, doesn't take him down as he does get tagged up very, very heavily. Millimeters of health for him. Finally going to get taken down by Nissan. And 3 nice frags for Nissan that round. It's just what he needed on that B push. Right, Koa has returned from the grave. After once again, we did see him ping out. I'm going to go with Blackmane this round. Making his way fast towards that ruins area. Nice undetested cross. This is where we see EPiCON attempt to once again push that B side. Fantasy and Blackmane this time on the way on the defense. Blackmane with a what? Is that a double? I'm not entirely sure. Nissan and Buddha both going down though nonetheless. Trying to get the third dozen as Shiz comes around that with that pre-fire in ruins. Suddenly we see Mark and Koa, both Ks are suddenly they're very fast. That is a very quick rotate we've seen from Dignitas. It's about to become encounter with Shiz. Oh, Shiz is not going to like that. Lovely play from Mark with that shotgun. And that is 4-7. And I've just realized what I said. Koa and Mark, the 2 Ks. I will just to let you guys know, he is actually called Cram at the moment. And my thought process has become slightly more clear. Still though, that double duo on B. Fantasy and Blackmane once again. Breakful about to encounter those players on A. Mark heavily pushing that L bend. This is going to get messy. Well, does get one. Trying to get the second. Doesn't. Shiz punishing him for Demolition's push, which has been working so well for him at the moment. It's undeniable. As L bend, it has become a bit of a home for EPiCON at the moment. Nissan and Imperial, the only last 2 standing in there. Oh, and Imperial has spawned. He goes down now, all on Shiz. Shiz in A. Finally gets A now as well. And that is what, ladies and gentlemen, people like to call an L stack. Wouldn't recommend it, but there you go. Nonetheless, EPiCON are trying it. And that's 8-4 on the half. Let's have a quick look at the score. Was to see Fantasy with 1-3-2-7. Almost elite score. Nonetheless, it is very strong play from him. Mark just behind him with 12. But that is with a shotgun. I mean, this guy is really... He's embarrassing EPiCON right now. Obviously, a stronger player. Looks to be trying this bounce nade thing. It's worth watching him while we wait for Smuggy just to ready up. There we go. And here we are back to kickoff. I'm going to go with Mark this round. I want to see how Cram performs with that shotgun. Is he going to go for the fast out? Is he going to, test EPiCON's nades? I'm sure. I mean, they may be beating them relatively easily, but yes, it's not going to stop him going down to that nade. That's what I'd like to see. As you see a lovely team kill from Goa onto Delru. Nissan going down, finally a legitimate kill for Dignitas. Fantasy as well onto Buddha. Imperial punishing him. And now we see Shiz about to encounter one on that ruins. He's playing it very cautiously. Blackmane as well, stealthing around with that deagle. Does pull the scope, checking every possibility. In fact, I think he must have caught a glimpse of him on tin. Blackmane over at B. The bomb from Koa is slowly making its way towards B. Blackmane just trying to do his job, trying to get one pick. One pick would really open up that B bomb site, and the man he's looking for is casually chilling. It is Shiz. Shiz on tin. Just dancing with Blackmane. You can see these two constantly checking for each other. Blackman does know Shiz is there. Koa as well, not going to rush it. It does make his way back into mid-house, trying to get that peak. This is what Dignitas are after. They need that one player at least to go down, and that will just open up either bomb site. Koa does get that, though. Imperial, the man to go down. Now, the spread of players is obvious. They know there's one player at B, one player at A. Breakful, the man at A, Shiz on B. Now, Blackman and Koa are going to push together. Smoke coming out from Blackman. This is where the bomb goes down. As Shiz does see one, takes down Koa. Going to try and stealth away. Lovely play from Shiz. Now, suddenly, time not on Blackman's side here, as he does look to be getting the bomb down. Shiz going to do his best to stop him. Blackman heavily flashed. Is going to go down surely to EPiCON, and that is how you do it. Lovely play from EPiCON there. They really use time to their full advantage, and because of it, they do pull out a round. It's 8-5.
Explosives diffused.
Okay, then. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, Fantasy. The man I'm sure a lot of you want to see. Top fragging once again. On his way once again. I mean, either side, he's kind of played that yellow car area, as he does get that smoke out one towards mid, jumping out into encounter anyone and anything in that mid. Is Imperial to encounter, Delroot falling to him, hopefully Fantasy not as well, to just put that spray on towards JCB, does land it.
Explosives planted.
Under heavy pressure from Ruins. The bomb does go down though. EPiCON looking a little bit weaker. Nissan on the comeback though. Shiz and Nissan both in that mid area, up against Fantasy and Koa. 33 seconds are on the clock. This is more than possible for EPiCON. Koa under heavy fire from that mid-house. He's not going to give anything away, as Nissan needs to start making his way towards the A site. Does pay for it though. As soon as he peaks, Fantasy is there. And now all on Shiz. Shiz ridiculously tagged. Is going to go down to Fantasy as well. And 9-5. Dignitas are clawing this one a little bit faster than we did see. I mean, I'm going to be quite honest with you. EPiCON are giving them a little bit more resistance than we saw from T2D, but still, nonetheless, Dignitas ever strong. I'm going to go with Fantasy once again as he is in A. 2 quick nades for EPiCON. Fantasy looking to claw this back. Does it one? Trying to get the second. Doesn't, as Imperial duels him and comes out on top on that top A side. Now the bomb is on the A side. It is Koa, the man with the bomb. Mark attempting to get some M14 hipfire, not paying off, as we do see actually quite a relatively quick round for EPiCON come out of nowhere. And yes, I mean, I know the weapon choices from Mark suggests maybe a little less serious play. However, I have been assured by Dignitas earlier that it is just Mark Horner and that he has great fun with the M14 on regular occasions. Still, we see a very fast B coming out. We actually see demolitions chosen from Mark, as he is already on bottom. He's going to surely have to check behind those stairs. He hasn't. Oh, and there he is. Does finally catch a glimpse of him. Going to hold the bomb. Going to hold the plant though. Finally, Shiz stops that plant going down. Shiz utilizing Tin beautifully. The double K at the moment for B falling. Blackman using Ruins nicely though. Shiz trying to get that third frag. Doesn't. Heavily tags him though. Breakful not in a position to help him. Breakful retreating to the A side. Knows he's just got to hold it nice and steady. Blackman lying in wait. Shiz really impressed with Shiz at the moment. He's held B side. We saw him holding it earlier from Tin, and both times he's got the frags he needed to when he needed to. Right then, bomb does get faked by Blackman. Shiz on the push now. This is what Blackman wanted. He has got 30 seconds, plenty of time in his hands, as now both EPiCON players have just completely eaten up that fake. Blackman catches a glimpse of Shiz just lying in wait in that grass. Now all on Breakful. Breakful in bottom tin, a place Shiz knows well. As now we see that bomb going down from Blackman. Blackman suddenly gets the upper hand. Breakful with the SMG now. Blackman on the retreat. Doesn't have to go far though. Just getting that bit of a range advantage that he needs. Oh, and Blackman does actually catch a glimpse of him on the other car. Fake coming out. Oh, and this could work nicely for Breakful. Oh, landing the tag into the leg of Breakful. Breakful sprinting nonetheless as he does come around the corner. Blackman finishing him off though. And lovely play from Blackman on that B side. Despite Shiz's attempt, Dignitas do come out on top. 10-6 is your scoreline. 3 rounds to victory for Dignitas. A little bit of extra work from EPiCON is needed. Right then. Buddha. A man a lot of people claim to be dirt. I put in quotation marks. Still very little from him. Koa, the man to draw first blood though. Shiz catching it gorgeously on his way towards tin. Obviously, they really were not in the mood for another one of Shiz's plus 10s. Kram as well with a fragment to Imperial. Doesn't get the second onto Nissan. Nissan on ruins this time. You see a flash coming out and the bomb looks to be going down as well. Oh, and Dignitas looking real strong now. Delru has picked up the fragment to Breakful. Quickly stopped in middle though is Blackmane by Nissan. And now the bomb has gone down. 40 seconds. Fantasy and Delru up against Nissan. Nissan lands the tag onto Delru as Delru delves back into the A side. He's not going to be showing his face. Fantasy mops it up. And 11-6 is your score. I think this is Dignitas' time. They're like 13-6. Yeah, let's end the game now. I'm not really in the mood for anymore. As we do see him, hopefully see some demolitions play from Mark now. I really want to see this. We see Mark. Oh, and no nades from EPiCON on that mid push. That is something they really need to be working on. As Mark undertested, he does get to towards that brick. He's going to encounter one and then not two. Imperial was there, but really did not want to be killed by demolitions today. 3v2 now, Blackmane and Koa. Actually, EPiCON with the numbers at the moment on that A side. Nissan and Shiz on the A. Way over on mid is Breakful. Breakful going to encounter Blackmane shortly as he does make his way up with that Deagle. Nissan with a fragment of Koa. Blackmane surely going to take down Breakful. He does. And Blackmane now dropped into a 1v3. Quickly made to a 1v1. Breakful and Nissan have both been taken down now. As Blackmane, does catch him some Shiz, should have been his, but does take him down to bring it to 11-7. Shiz, I'm a Shiz fanboy right now. Honestly, this guy is he's doing his job, and that's just what AKs need to be doing. He's just playing what he needs to play and getting all those all-important frags. As finally we see a nade frag from EPiCON on this side. Delru going down on the push. Nissan as well. 2 nade frags. See, look, I ask and I shall receive. As Buddha and Breakful, the double B once again on the defense. About to encounter one. It is Kram, or Mark as you probably know him. Just with that shotgun on A. Oh, and EPiCON with 4 frags all on Mark. Now Mark not going to let this be a team ace. He's just get one onto Buddha. Trying to get the second onto Breakful as Breakful retreats into basement. Imperial holding mid, putting some fire into him. Mark has got plenty of time. He's not going to really... I don't think he's confident in this round, but he's going to try and get as many embarrassing frags as he can. Not going to happen, though, as Shiz takes him down to bring it to 11-8. And EPiCON really looking strong. 11-8 is a score to be proud of. Taking out the fact that Mark Corner is playing M14 and shotgun. Either way, it's an impressive score. I'm not going to take that away from EPiCON. Still, Blackmane opens up onto Nissan. Mark as well onto Buddha. Oh, and Dignitas looking very strong now. Suddenly 4. Can it be a quick 5? His last man standing is Breakful. Heavily tagged on that red barrel. It does go down. That's a very big barrel. I think it's usually known as a container, but still. The large barrel in mid exists. As it is 12-8. And now Mark once again. Let's go with Blackmane as he looks to be rushing A with scope. This is always entertaining. As we see no EPiCON players on the A side, completely undertested. Blackmane is going to have a field day in middle. Not if Fantasy beats him to it. Does get one onto Imperial. Looks to get the second now onto Ruins. Player there keeping his head down once aware of the scope's positioning now. Suddenly Dignitas looking a little bit worse for wear. Heavily tagged Blackmane on top A, Koa as well in bottom A. Oh, and Blackmane missing these shots he really shouldn't be. As he does catch a glimpse of one in top mid. Surely that's going to be his frag. Doesn't land it. Blackmane struggling at the moment. Still, bomb in hands of Koa. Koa takes down Nissan now. Suddenly, we see a 2v2 emerge once again. Oh, and Shiz stealthing his way back up towards Koa. Takes him straight in the back. And now Shiz up against Blackmane. Blackmane has brought us to a 1v1. Can he finally land that frag he's been looking for onto Shiz? Shiz on stairs. We're just going to see Blackmane try and land the no-scope. Does land the no-scope. And after what started as a pretty difficult round for him, does come up to bring it to game, match, and GG all round. That is a nice score for EPiCON, though. 13-8 is the final score. And we see Dignitas continue undefeated through the Corsair Vengeance Cup. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been all from Chaos TV this evening. Thank you for tuning in, and do be sure to check us out shortly. All streams will be advertised on Tech9. Do check that out. You see a nice little flashing news post whenever we do have a stream up, and you can come and join us. For those of you that did miss it, we did have another stream running alongside this one. It was casted by the lovely Ozbot, and it was on the twitch.tv/magic with a 4 and a 2 at the end, Magic 2. Anyway, I've been Machine. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a good Halloween. I hope most of you are now off out, dressed as various ghastly ghouls, and I will see you whenever we have another game. I'm not entirely sure. I think CBC is all on this week, so hopefully we should have another game for you shortly. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good night.